Hi. From the boardroom to the break room, our lives are a continuous stream of choices, each one making a little rudder on our ship that steers us a bit differently towards the next decision we have to make. Sometimes decision-making is about individual prowess. It's about making that decision on the go and solo. But other times, it's about collaboration. It's about harnessing the symphony of diverse thought around you to challenge the status quo. Welcome to another episode of Brainwave52, where we're getting short, sharp, and sharing how to create a culture of decision-making. What goes into a decision? In this fast-paced and chaotic world, the power of decision-making is indispensable. But it's important to understand where that process comes from. For example, from a psychological perspective, our minds are a labyrinth of cognitive biases and emotions that influence the choices we make. If we look at an economic model, we might take the rational approach and analyze the costs and benefits of a choice before making it. From a commercial model, we might look at things like market trends and consumer behavior and make choices according to what generates the most profit. I'd like to introduce a simplified version of one of the Curio's decision-making frameworks. It's called the 4Ds of decision-making. The framework is based on two axes, relevance and urgency. If it's really relevant to your role and highly urgent, then do. Make the decision, take the action. On the opposite side, with low urgency and low relevance to your role, hit that snooze button and don't. Now is not the time to clutter your day with more decisions that you have to make. With our other quadrants, with a high relevance and a low urgency, defer it. Give yourself some time to think strategically about your decision. And if it's urgent but not relevant to your role, then delegate and empower your team with the decision so that you can focus on what you need to do and what really matters to your role. The two most important parts of this entire framework are what you do coming into and out of the decision-making process. Practice framing decisions in terms of what combination of emotional, cognitive, and commercial response they require. And then practice how you communicate when deciding which of the 4Ds you're going to go with. If it's a don't, something like, this isn't my scope to decide on and not something I can prioritize right now, explains a lot more and is a lot more helpful than a simple no. If it's a defer, for example, or a not now, something that's a little bit more informative is, this needs more strategic thinking. I'll need to come back to you a little bit later. This isn't about sugarcoating our responses. It's about creating a culture and an awareness of faster and more informed decision-making. As a sneak preview into the full framework at Curio's development, we actually use two different axes. The first is comparability of the choices. How similar or different are they? And the second is consequence. What is the magnitude of the outcome that results from the decision you're going to make? If you'd like to hear more about this, please feel free to reach out. But in the meantime, because we're sharing short and sharp, that is all the time we have in this episode of Brainwave52. This also is a wrap for our very first season, so please stay tuned as our second season is coming soon, where we will dive very deeply into the world of organizational development and explore some of the point of views we have at Curio's development. In the meantime, stay present, be well, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.